Illiterate under the influence. Welcome to the online book club where we overindulge in beer and knowledge. So crack open a beer and your book and let's get illiterate.
What's going on, guys? I'm Anderson the Double Cheeseburger, and welcome to Illiterate Under the Influence. And today I'm joined with...
What's up, fellas? It's Mega Hope.
What's up? It's JD.
And this is our online book club where we get yummied out and read a couple books. So we just did the first Harry Potter book. This is the second book in our series. We got The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Or Sun Tzu. I don't really know the right pronunciation.
Zoo. Yeah, there you go.
The way they have like the parentheses, where they describe pronunciation, what's that called? Like under a word, they'll have like the parentheses and how you pronounce something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the way that's written, I thought it seemed like it would be Sun Tzu, but I think I've heard everyone say Sun Tzu. Maybe I just don't know how to read pronunciation.
Why don't you call him?
Oh yeah, let me help in my time machine real quick.
Get him on the horn.
Hell yeah! So this book club, we just like to drink, and we're trying to read a little bit, and we're gonna do a poll for which book you guys decide to do next, after the pre-chosen book we have coming up. But all right, guys.
We'll let you guys know more about that later.
The Art of War is something I've heard of just in passing, like through movies, and I'm sure I've heard people talk about it before. Have you guys heard anything about it before you read it?
Yeah.
Just in conversation?
Yeah, conversation. I mean, mainly like media, so like movies, TV shows.
Yeah. Mega, where did you first hear of it?
Oh, my military history class in high school. We actually, since it was military history, this was kind of brought up a lot in like the early part of it.
Nice. You never read it though prior?
No, never. I think maybe like how like teachers would do like printouts and like they would take like pages out of some stuff and assign homework alongside with that. So like maybe a page or two here and there. But aside from that, no.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is a drinking book club, so let's show the people what we got to drink tonight.
Oh, cheladas and
natty daddies.
Horrible.
Hell yeah.
8%, those natty daddies.
What do you guys got? Keystone and
I got my Keystone.
I got some Bud Light.
You're one of those guys. Sun Tzu would not approve. All right, so
Sun Tzu only would like Sapporo.
Let's get into
JD's over here dying already.
It was funny. I almost spit my beer.
Let's get into the book. So we'll go in order. Whoever has the note first, and So who has the first note? Oh, by the way, guys, we have different copies this time, so our pages might not line up. But anyone following along, the viewers, it's only like a 50-page book universally, right? Like everywhere. So this is just with commentary. We didn't read the commentary part.
Yeah. So going through it, it kind of starts on the lane plans, right? Yeah. So my first real note was more of just a word. I believe it's pronounced harkens. I've heard of the word before, but I was just like, what do they mean? It's just listen.
On what number? What page and what number?
Oh, number page 2 for me, and that was I just removed the sticky note, so I already lost where it was, but it was
it's all good.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Oh, Harkins. Page 215. The general that hearkens to my counsel and acts upon it will conquer.
Oh, Herkins.
Harkins.
Herkins. I just see the word here now. Yeah, I looked up a couple words too. What's cool though, I just noticed that's page 7 for me, but it's still numbered in the list the same way, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
This whole time I was looking on page 6. I was
Because
lost.
that's number 2 to him.
Yeah.
And
But
what about I got another word. I didn't mark it down, but I think it's bulwark. Bulwark. Did you guys look that up? It's either bulwark or bulwark.
What
And
page is it?
I didn't mark it down, but
Oh.
I was wondering if you guys looked that up too. And I guess it's like the walls of a boat or a ship, or it just means like a wall or like a barrier. I think that's what it said. I'm sure if you guys came across it, you maybe because have you guys ever heard that term before?
No.
I should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I was all like, I have another one that I have, and that was, it's line 22.
Let's see.
Yeah, in that section, it's line 22, which is if your opponent is choleric temper, seek to irritate him, pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant. So I don't know how to pronounce that. Choleric.
I just imagine like choleric.
It's bad tempered.
Nice.
Is
Context
this still one?
That's on the same page, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That really helps with the context right there, though. Like, I think I was able to come. A lot of these words were just like outdated. It felt like so. You kind of get most of it what it is, but you kind of just.
And they're also like loose translations, you know.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing I will say before we get deeper into it, this copy had like a little history, like timeline of all the translations and who it went through like year after year or like century after century. And I guess this one's referred to as like one of the best. I think it's like the best English translation that they can make or have. But that shit is like 2,000 or 3,000 years old, this book or something like that.
Well, yeah, there was dragons around.
Don't you remember?
Yeah. Didn't you? It's on the cover, dog.
1046 BCE.
Yeah, so
that's like 3,000. Damn.
No, but my note was like it was just like something that I liked. It was just the line that like all warfare is based on deception.
Oh, I have that note.
That's pretty hard.
Like I like how in the next one it clarifies it like deception, like in what sense it means, you know, because he says in like all senses, like if we're far away, we want to make them think that we're nearby, and if we're nearby, we want to make them think that we're far, and like in all those senses, that's really like relatable to like I guess like all my points were like referenced towards fighting, I guess, because my favorite sport. So
yeah.
No, yeah,
that makes sense.
Because I mean, like the whole point in fighting, like they train for feints, and so it's just like it looks like you're doing something, but you're really like they always say it's a game of chess. So I think this relates a lot to it, the deception at least.
You deceived me when you told me you were a virgin. I'm just kidding.
I like that. I like that connection.
I think my first note's on page 7, but I guess for JD that would technically be page 2. No, 3. So page 7, paragraph 19 and 22. And guys, keep in mind I was super
faded
when I read these. Yeah, Oh, I'm lame. Yeah, it's literally the same shit Mega was talking about.
Oh,
I said I think it's a great and relatable tactic, and this kind of exactly goes to Mega's point because I said I used it in wrestling, and and I just said like how you act like weaker than you are, or like when you shake someone's hand before you wrestle, like I would let my hand be limp so they don't know my real strength and stupid shit like that. But and I have a note saying we can make it seem like we can't handle our alcohol, but I don't know what would that would benefit us or.
All right. So what I'm hearing is we need to write the art of the chug.
Art of the chug, yeah. Wait, when
And,
would it benefit to not to act like you can't drink?
when they're trying to car you, or when they're trying to stop you at a bar, you know, when they're like, all right, you're cut off, you know, so
No,
you
but
gotta like pretend to be sober.
I'm perfectly fine.
I was completely sober. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Beer.
Obviously, it's not a lie. I can't handle my alcohol because I was faded when I wrote that. But that was pretty much the same deception thing that Megaho brought up.
What was your line for 22 though?
If your opponent is of choleric tempers, seek to irritate him, pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, just to pretend to be weak thing, like I said in wrestling, like deceiving it, like act like you're weaker than you are, so they don't expect it when you're.
Yeah.
Anyone have any notes after that? My next one's on page 10.
My next one is the part 2, Waging War, section 6. There is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged war. And I was also drinking when I was doing this. And the only thing that I could think of while reading that was, oh, so like a divorce? Because like no one benefits from a divorce, really?
Except the kids. No, just kidding. No, some might beg to differ. No,
twice the Christmas gift.
Actually, a lot of times the women they benefit from divorce. If you're in California or those states that I'm pretty sure every state's mostly. Well, for you, that's page 6. That's page 10 for me, and I have my notes on that same page.
Right.
So Mega, it's page 10 for us. Where did I put it? Let's see. My note says high on the enemy supply, and it's paragraph 9. Let's see. It said bring war material with you from home, but forage on the enemy. Thus, the army will have food enough for its needs. And my note was saying, like going to a party and getting drunk enough on the free beers, so that way your own supply lasts you when you get home. Yeah. Hey, Sun Tzu's a G, dog.
He wrote the original chug.
What happened?
He wrote a book called The Original Chug as well.
The original chug, yeah. The original drunkard. And then my next note's on page 12 after that. I don't know if you guys have another one.
Well, mine was the same paragraph you just read.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Read your note. What did you write?
No, it was just like relating to it. It was like you just take other people's shit so you pack light.
Oh yeah. It's almost like yeah, that's smart though. Well, I got page 12. You guys have one sooner?
Oh well,
I don't think so.
1 in 11.
What do you got, Mega? That's like the next page.
It was just like based around the word arbiter.
Oh yeah.
So I never really looked up the meaning, but the entire rest of the book, just in my head, I looked at the elite from Halo, whenever they mentioned the Arbiter. I was like, all right, that
I don't remember Halo that well. Not the storyline, at least.
well, the Arbiter, he's pretty much like he has like some old ass fucking antique armor. So like the elites, they're supposed to like have like high tech armor that like allows them to go invisible and shit like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like pretty much like the old armor, it can kind of still it still has that like capability, but for like a time span. So it's like very reduced. Like
Yeah.
but like they say like that the so it's pretty much like in the video game, I think he's like he's being humiliated by his peers. So like that's the reason that he becomes the arbiter. But like pretty much he's made like from that point on, he's sent to do like suicide missions.
That's kind of messed up, high key.
Kind of.
That word made me think of an arbitrator. Like that's like a legal thing, right? Like arbitration, and I thought that's what that meant.
Oh yeah.
It says, "Thus it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril." Damn. That is what that means, right?
Right. What? You're
You can't
bugging
just sneak in here and get it.
Boys are on. Leave me alone.
We don't have time, but all right. Oh yeah, we do.
Oh my god.
You fucked this up. Oh my! I'm about to bust out the art of deception on my wife.
Ow!
Sorry.
She falls through the screen.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, look, guys!" And he's just gonna.
I'm the arbiter of this family. I got page 12 next.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see what I put. Like I said, I was super faded reading this. Oh, I just said, wait, what did I say? Hold on. Why destroy? Then I said, I just like the idea of taking control of things without destroying it, because then what's the point? Because right here, he says, Sun Tzu said in the practical art of war, the best thing of all is to take the enemy's country whole and intact. To shatter and destroy, it is not so good. Yeah, just pretty much like it makes all the sense. Like, if you know you're gonna take over this territory, like why would you destroy it? Like,
yeah,
it's hella wasteful. Like, I was thinking green there. JD, you have one on any page right here?
The one that I have, I think, is the one that you mentioned earlier on. Is the this is section 3. What it's number 11 in this. The general is the bulwark of the state. If the bulwark is complete at all the points, the state will be strong. And it's that defensive wall that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, wait, what page? What chapter is it in?
Chapter 3, the attack.
By the bulwark. Yeah, I see.
Bulwark, yeah.
Bulwark.
So kind of just saying like that he's the general is the pillar, correct?
He's like the barrier between, like the wall, like the border, the.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
And I looked it up. I think
when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's what you meant."
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I think it said like the walls of a ship, or just a wall, or barrier, something like that. Maybe it could be my bulwark.
You got what in your work?
Hey, build that bulwark. No, I'm just kidding. That's stupid.
Hey.
We get canceled. Hey, who knew that Sun Tzu was a racist?
Hey, during his time, that's when the Great Wall fucking got put up.
Build that bulwark. That was their slogan back then. Hell yeah.
Great Wall, Great Wall, Great Wall.
Okay, oh my god.
Oh man, you guys are gonna get us
You're
canceled.
canceled, bro.
Dang.
Hey, anyways, mine was like on the same chapter, but mine was like 12 through 15. But like mine, I related it to the movie Troy. So like it's kind of saying that there's like three ways in which a ruler can bring misfortune upon his army, and in each one like you see evidence of it in Troy. So like I feel like this book obviously relates to a lot of like a lot of movies that we've seen throughout our time, and I mean like and like all in all scenarios, because I mean like Troy is like based on like the Greeks and Trojans. So
Iliad, or the Iliad or whatever. It's based on them.
yeah, in that time area, time span. So like the king like Agamemnon, like during the battle, like when they're trying to like invade Troy, like outside of the wall, like during the movie he like sends out his troops, and then like his
No, Nagaho,
like
outside of the bulwark.
oh, outside of the bulwark. Correct. My apologies. So the battle outside the bulwark.
That word's such a mouthful, dog. It doesn't even feel right.
Battle out of the bulwark.
Battle at the bulwark.
Battle out the bulwark.
Hey, not to cut you off, but it's funny that you brought that up because I literally just watched Troy for like the first time like a week ago. Like,
No,
no
but
exaggeration.
what do you think? Hey, now we can have a movie talk this week on the podcast.
Finally. No, but I liked it. I've always wanted to see it. I just never had it or got around to it. It's fire
You know
though.
what's funny? It's been on Netflix so many times. Like it comes on and off all the time.
Bro, the Greek's wife or whatever. What a slut! The one that left the island with the other guy.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom too. What a weenie! All right, we're talking about Art of War.
Bro, he got smacked up. He
got beat up by that fat JD looking character. Nah, just kidding, JD.
Holy shit!
Hey, no, but that was badass. So the older brother was like, well, he looked old and he was still fucking shit up.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys like when I behead that statue?
What?
The guy that looks like me when he beheads the statue outside the temple.
Oh, when he first encounters the older brother, I forgot his name already.
Hector?
Yeah, Hector.
Yeah.
He looks like you. I can't remember how he looks. That guy.
Achilles, fool. That's
Wait, you're saying you look like Achilles?
Yeah, that's what the
You're stupid, dog. You fucking wish. Hey, I'm gonna kick you in your ankle next time I see you.
Hey, I'm gonna just check it. I'm gonna check it.
That's gonna hurt you either way. With your weak ass Achilles heel.
Oh,
I'm dying.
Achilles.
You start coughing out blood. All right, let's get back to the book. This is not what we're here for. This is a movie talk.
Hey, but yeah, you cut me off. So, pretty much Agamemnon, like when he sends the army in, you know, like his advisors start telling him like to retreat, and he rejects the first offer, or the first one, and the second time they start telling him again, but it's already once his troops were already like in the archer's range, so it's like also knowing the environment, and which is like the point that's made on line, I believe it's
You said like
line
12
14, knowing the environment, I believe, or the or oh no, that's 15, like adaptation to circumstances. That's what I meant to
Adaptation of circumstance. Yep.
yeah. So like when they finally reach the archer's range, like how he's still hesitant to be like, oh yeah, like we should probably get him out of there, like we're getting fucked up, you know. He was just like, oh, like willing to risk all of them for a possible like non victory, you know. So it just goes to show that like in this chapter, like I like how each chapter goes based on what it is, you know, like strategy.
Yeah. That's one thing I will say. Like this book was a really weird read, like just the way it's formatted, and like I don't know if you guys could see, but like every little paragraph is like numbered, and like I mean it's cool, but it's just different. I couldn't like really get into a flow of reading it as opposed to like a normal like novel or something. Like it just felt weird, but it was still dope.
Education.
Yeah, I was like, if we're out to read something different, I recommend a menu.
A car manual.
If you're into this type of read.
Hey, what are we building? IKEA furniture? Just kidding. Do you guys have a B4 or a 3C?
C is supposed to connect into D. I don't see where that is.
I don't see
I got extra pieces left over.
I have a note on that same page. I don't know if JD had one also or.
What's your note, doggy?
No, I was just asking. Do you also have one before that, like on this page, or
no? Mine's later.
So I said, my note, like I said, guys, keep in mind I was plastered. All right, I said some real team motivating shit with 2 exclamation points. And paragraph 17, 1 through 4. Why did I put that? Thus we may know that there are 5 essentials for victory. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. He will win who knows how to handle both superior and inferior forces. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. Oh, probably that one, because on my note I said morale. Like just everyone being pumped up about the same thing, you know? I just thought of the YouTube, like we were trying to blow up together, like we're all motivated by
What's our pep talks like before we go do a video? Like I feel like you should kind of start doing that now.
I will. I'll hit you guys with some
each prepared whenever.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
I'll hit you with some Braveheart type speeches.
I was gonna say it was all.
No, I like
this is fighting for our freedom.
I'm not fucking leaving. Hey, you guys want a golden Rolex? I'm gonna throw you guys a golden Budweiser.
Hell yeah!
At the end of every motivational speech, just crack 2 beers.
Hell yeah! And then you guys are like, yeah.
Hey, isn't that a wrestler that does that? Austin.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. What's his real name?
Austin. Steve.
Oh,
Austin.
It is Austin, right?
Yeah, it's Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right. Yeah. All right, cool. I did get it right then. Technically.
Yeah.
My next note's not till page 23. I don't know if you guys have one before that.
Oh, mine. I had one on. What was it? 16. So it was just like a question type thing. So like this was like for JD it's the next chapter, so 4 line or paragraph 11. So what the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winning with ease. So
that was badass. That line stuck out to me too. I remember that.
Like I was like, okay, like does that mean like a singular fighter? Let's say you're the general. Like if you have one fighter that is exceptionally better than the rest and wins with ease, are you sending that guy out first or a little later? Are you holding them back till you see where your advantage lies?
I don't think it was meant
like
as
battle.
I don't think it was meant as an individual. I thought it meant like the army as a whole. It's like one that just wins with ease. Like if you were to make it like a singular person, it'd be like the best UFC fighter that wins, but wins with ease too. Like, but I think they meant it as the whole, like as the army. I don't know. That's how
if you want to do it as an individual, I think a great example of that would be translating this over to fighting. And when I thought about that, because fighter is kind of in there, the clever fighter, one of the first ones that popped in my head was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson not only is known for his knockouts and in his technique, but it's also, you can ask Mike Tyson about any fighting event almost ever, and he would be able to tell you who was fighting, what the outcome of it was, what round it ended in, kind of thing. Like, he's very tactical and he's very knowledgeable, thus making him one of the greatest fighters.
And he did knock people out with ease, like no problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, did you see his fight at the airport where he's like,
No, I haven't.
Oh, no.
You didn't see that?
I'll bring it up during a podcast.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. In the airplane. Yeah. I didn't see the footage of him actually hitting the guy though. I just saw like the guy was just bloodied up, right? Like that's what I saw. I think.
Oh, he was yummied out.
Yeah.
He kept pestering him and shit, bugging him.
Hey, I hope. Hey, you know what? He kind of looked like that one guy that we met at the Lewis show. Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
the one that got
looked like him. Hey, but yeah, that was my note.
I like that though. That one sticks out.
Yeah.
I got page 23. I don't know if you guys have one before that.
I got one a little sooner. It's a couple lines down from that one, which is 20. Oh, okay. The onrush of a conquering force is like the bursting of pent-up water in a chasm a thousand fathoms deep. When I first read that, again, I was drinking. The only thing that I wrote for this note was that sounds very sexual.
I thought you were going to say when you're drinking, it's like what I feel when I crack open a beer and it's an onrush of water, pent-up water going down my throat.
I could see what JD's referencing.
No, I see the sexual.
No, I mean, take that line and put it in 50 Shades of Grey, and I don't think you would notice.
Bro.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You know what they would call? Hey, Sun Tzu was a man in the streets, you know, a man in battle. Man in battle, a freak in the sheets for sure. Because
I forgot to tell you guys.
The ladies would call him Sun Tzu.
You're stupid. Hold on, I need to find it. I forgot to tell you guys. I wanted to, because how this one has like the this edition me and Megaho got has like an introduction and like a glossary and shit like that. I wanted to say his name translates to Master's Son, and I wanted to put Master in front of our names today, but I forgot to mention that.
That's a good one.
We should have Master Mega.
Would have been nice to know before.
I know, I completely forgot. I mentioned it, I think, but I forgot.
I would have been Master Ho. Tonight.
Master Ho. I'd have been Master Cheeseburger. That would have been Master D.
Master D.
That's what the ladies call me.
All the D, you become Master D.
Right. Look,
you only beat so many before you become a master.
All right. Could you guys read that?
No, I'm illiterate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't read backwards either.
That comes out backwards, you? I'm an idiot then. Well, it says
what is this, Japanese?
It says Sun Tzu, right? And then in parentheses it says Sunzi. So that's why I thought it was pronounced Sun Z, but
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu, but I guess my homie Sun Tzu.
I get that.
Hey,
Or
that's kind
Master.
of hotter than Sun Tzu.
His full name was Sun Wu. So Sun Tzu's real name was Sun Wu.
Sun Wu Si.
But he's Master Sun.
Hey, Sun Wu Si doesn't flow as well. Yeah, he should just stick to Sun Tzu or Sun Tzu.
Well, he's hella dead, so it's good luck telling him that.
Well, his predecessors, right? Predecessors. There you go.
My bad. Did I cut you off, JD, though, or did you make your point? I don't remember already.
No, I made my point. You're good.
Yeah, we're talking about how sexual it could.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I remember now.
Yeah.
But the onrush of beer going down her back. All right.
And drinking it at the end of her ass crack.
a beer luge with the body. All right, so I have page 23, and my note says random points, and I said just enjoyed I wrote just enjoyed paragraph 16. This point, and let me see. The spot where we intend to fight must not be made known for the enemy. For then, the enemy will have to prepare against a possible attack at several different points, and his forces being thus distributed in many directions, the numbers we shall have to face at any given point will be proportionately few. No, I'm tripping. I think I read the wrong paragraph. Oh, it's probably paragraph 17. I said, because that says, for should the enemy strengthen his van, he shall weaken his rear. Should he strengthen his rear, he will weaken his van. And then I looked up what van meant, but I forgot. But all I have is van ? Potential joke.
Yeah, I'll weaken your rear.
I'll weaken this rear.
No, like he rolls up into battle in a van. That's what he meant.
Yeah, they had those back then.
Oh, and then look, I put paragraph 20. But if neither time nor place be known, then the left wing will be impotent to succor the right equally impotent to succor the left, the van unable to relieve the rear. I just thought that was funny. The rear to support the van. all this rear talk and stuff. And I looked up van. I forgot what it meant, but let me see.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, check it out." Like paragraph 20 is gonna say, "My van is white with black tires." It's a Ford. No,
you fit more warriors in that.
Be like a Toyota or like a Nissan.
It's a Volkswagen.
A Suzuki. Hey, I haven't seen one of those in years.
A Suzuki?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one parked out back. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I just looked up van, and you can only find the definition in Old English.
Automobile?
And it just means like a wing.
Oh. It probably means
like a section of a
position.
Something.
The advanced.
I don't remember. We lost Megaho for a sec.
R.I.P.
I really don't remember my point. Thank you.
No, looking up wing. No, that sounds like or van, which would be wing, which would make sense in that context, I guess.
But I mean, like I said, I was really yummied out reading this book more than the Harry Potter series, and
Same.
I don't know what point I was trying to make, bro. I've lost. Hey, you ever do that, JD, when you're taking a note?
And yeah, you're like some of these notes, that's what it is. Like, I don't know what the sticky note is. This is on my page 23, and it's just like in the middle of the page, but it was just like how things are worded. I read this stuff like I'm Yoda.
Hell yeah.
Is the whole note. So I'm guessing I wasn't reading coherently.
That's pretty good, though. So you're reading it like you're Master D.
Yeah, I think it's this paragraph.
That's Master Yoda too.
Yeah, he's like the head of the Jedi Council. So he's like the master's master.
The thing, what was I gonna say? No, but I was gonna say, do you ever like take a note? Because I do this a lot, and I'll write a note down, and I'll be like, I don't think I have to write more. Like, I'll just put this bullet point about it, and I'll remember what I meant.
Yes.
I never remember what I meant. Yeah, it's like, well, that's pretty much what you just said. But yeah, it's like,
yeah, like I'm all like, I don't know why I wrote it. The only thing I could think of is this one that it's kind of near, which is, thus, if you order your men to roll up their buff coats and make forced marches without halting day or night, covering double the usual distance at a stretch, doing 100 lil in order to wrest an advantage, the leaders of all your 3 divisions will fall into the hands of the enemy. And for whatever reason, I guess when I read that, it was just like, man, this guy's like speaking like Yoda, man.
that's crazy. I remember reading that part specifically. I thought it was pronounced Lee. I don't really know the right pronunciation, but
It might be
reading it
Lee.
as
I
Lee.
assume that's a measurement of distance.
Yeah, because it's used a few times in this book. Maybe it's like a kilometer. Maybe it's kilometer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we lost Mega Hill, guys. We'll see if he comes back.
R.I.P.
Even if you leave, you can still click on the same email to come back, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to my next note.
All right.
It's really the next page. Page 24. So switch it up. That's what my note was. Switch it up. Let's see what I said. So for you, paragraph 28.
All right.
My note says, this reminded me a lot of YouTube because one video might hit once or twice, but doesn't always mean we should keep making that, with a few exceptions of series and stuff like that. And I just wrote it like, what do you guys think? So let's read paragraph 28. It says, do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances.
No, I agree with that.
So it's like, yes, you might get a hit like on something, but it doesn't mean that's what you should base like your whole channel on. Or I just reference it to YouTube, like, or relate it to YouTube. Yeah, and I just wrote down to switch it up. So like, yeah, one thing might be a hit, but doesn't mean you got to keep doing it.
I agree. Mega, turn off that fan.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut the fan, doggy.
My bad. My fucking phone overheated.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You need to stop watching.
Real 3% gang.
No,
3%.
I had to put a beer behind it. A couple of beers.
See, your phone just needed a beer.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wanted you guys to think
Hey, I was gonna say he's just putting a beer behind his now. I respect it.
Now I gotta drink this nasty thing.
Shotgun it, just get it over with.
Hey, let me drink your guys' rations so and I can have my own.
There you go.
Look. All right, go ahead, guys. My next notes aren't until 58 and page 60. So.
Oh shit! You guys advanced that far.
Oh, I do have a talking point in between it. Well, just something I mentioned. I just said it's cool how they mentioned the how they even like help with the whole camping situation and the terrain. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that was pretty. I mean, almost unnecessary depending on what country you live in, because like maybe it's something that you don't have here. But it's cool that he covered all of that. Like, makes sense.
Yeah, there's one line. This is on my page 26. It'd be 37. Which chapter is this on? It's chapter maneuvering. So it's 37. It's the last line of 37, or of maneuvering. So right before you get into variations and tactics, it's that one. 37.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's and it's my favorite line thus far in the book. And it's such like a master line that like I feel like every like movie that has a very like advanced teacher has a line like this, but it's such is the art of warfare, which to me is like such is life kind of thing.
It's kind of like
It
a
reminded me,
nihilistic view of shit. Like,
yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen the classic Kung Fu Panda.
I actually haven't, but I'm sure Mega Hood has.
It just reminds me of the turtle dude who is just like, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen Forrest Gump.
Yes.
When he steps in dog shit, it happens.
Yeah, shit
That's
happens.
everything. Shit happens. Such is the art of warfare. I'm gonna tell that to Mrs. Cheeseburger next time I'm like belligerent drunk.
Such is the
Such is the art of chugging.
Hey, what? That was still on chapter maneuvering, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the very last line of maneuvering.
Oh, my bad, because I missed one, but like mine it wasn't like big.
What
But
paragraph?
it was on 29, on line 28.
Okay.
Line 28. So it was like now a soldier's spirit is keenest in the morning. By noonday, it has begun to flag, and in the evening, his mind is bent only on returning to camp. So I was like, man, sounds like my work schedule.
I was about to say you're gonna say work, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, my mind went somewhere else.
Really? Oh yeah, with the morning thing, that my mind went there too at first, but I was like,
My mind went straight to morning wood, and I was just like,
a man's little
I
soldier is keenest in the morning.
JD's tackling the battle before the battle. Hey, imagine how many soldiers would go into battle like straight like
rock
like
hard.
having like no, not even like that. Like they would be like stroking them out in the morning.
Mega, you're sick, dog.
Why? No, you don't think some soldiers would stroke one out before battle?
I would think they would do that at night.
This is gonna be my last stroke. You don't think that would come across your mind?
No, I feel like it'd feel better afterwards.
I feel like they would do it at night, or if they just
they don't even make it to afterwards.
That's the whole glory of it.
Well, that makes it even better.
Now I need to make it home. I gotta win.
I guess, dog.
How it says his mind is bent only on returning to camp. That's like returning home just to get your first beer. Like I need this beer. Like I want to go home and drink already. Your live stream. No, we want to go home and read
already.
Is it 12 yet? All right, I got 58 and 60. I'm sure you guys have some before that. We got about 12 minutes left.
Wow. All right, I got mine on. I don't like this Roman numeral stuff. It's the Army of the March. And it is the second one. So second paragraph of the Army of the March. It's my page 29. But yeah, so the Army of the March. Number 2, camp in high places, facing the sun. Do not climb heights in order to fight. So much for mountain warfare. And my first thought was high ground.
Yeah.
Which always makes me laugh because of Star Wars. And there's a really popular meme of the Star Wars scene from episode 3 where Obi-Wan is just like, have you read The Art of War, Anakin? It says, don't fuck with the high ground.
They say that in Star Wars?
No, it's a meme.
Oh, a meme saying
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But they referenced The Art of War in this meme, and it made me laugh because I was just like, Don't fuck with the high ground, Anakin.
I was reading that part, and I think he mentions it later too about the high ground thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I wasn't understanding, maybe you guys will remember when I say it, but he kept saying like rest with your right rear to the ground and something like that. Did you guys get that part?
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I didn't fully understand it.
I didn't understand what he meant by that either. Like meaning like when you sleep with your back to the. He said face the sun always. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to find if. Oh, right here in dry level country, take up an easily accessible position with rising ground to your right and on your rear. And he said that he says that a couple of times. So that the danger may be in front and safety lie behind. So much for campaigning in flat country. So does that mean like if you're like against a hill, like you lay with
Sleep
your back
against the wall? Yeah, that's what I kind of understood that as.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know, just the way it's kind of hard to understand like what he meant. What do you think, Megaho?
It kind of makes me think about like Lone Survivor. Like
I haven't read it or seen it.
all right, so like the movie pretty much like they start from a hill position, but they have to fire like pretty much they get surrounded, and pretty much like they have to push down and out, you know. But they were saying like, you know, like as soon as they got to flat ground, they felt like they would be at the advantage. But I mean like this is also like a team of Navy SEALs, so I mean like to them it probably didn't feel like they probably felt at the disadvantage at the time being on the lower ground,
Yeah.
like trying to get to lower ground, but they knew that the like the attackers were coming like they were like ensuing them, so to say. So in that sense, like they knew that if they were able to get to level ground or whatever, and then from that point on, like they could handle the situation. So
Yeah.
like I could see the point from there.
Like I said, I think it's just it's just like dated wording. I don't know. But that's why we should keep reading old shit, so old shit that's but yeah, we should keep reading like classics or whatever just to expand our illiterate minds.
You guys have any other point? My next one's on chapter 10. Uh, so X terrain. So page 41 for us, cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny is that's literally the page that I turned to.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, that's where my next note is.
So which one? So like paragraph 5. So it was from a position of this sort. If the enemy is unprepared, you may sally forth and defeat him. But if the enemy is prepared for your coming, you will fail to defeat him. Then return being impossible, disaster will ensue. So like I kind of took that as like if you try to attack a position and like overtake it, and your first attack doesn't work out, then your second one will like almost certainly not work.
Yeah.
Like they'll be prepared for what your tactics were the prior time. Like if you entered like without being noticed, like next time they're gonna have twice the security or whatever. They're gonna have like everything, you know, like prepared for that again. That's what I.
But it was like if they're prepared though, then pretty much you're fucked. Like you can't go back. Like, they got you.
So like he's kind of saying like if you fail once at it, like don't try it again. Like try another avenue.
Try another tactic. Adapt, dog. Hey, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Like, just little words that you could like context clue it and like tell what it means. But like, may Sally forth. Like, I've never really heard Sally used in that way. And there's another word I read earlier. I didn't write down what page, but it used husbanding.
Oh yes, it was earlier on. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like that you could obviously use context clues with, but like it's just some crazy words that they're using. I feel like weird to be used in that way.
Anderson looked at it like, "Oh my god, is there a way to get out of this?"
No, but husbanding like makes sense, you know, like together or like what do you think of a husband? He's married with you, like
Unified.
I forgot what the sentence was, but it just made sense when you read it. But I was like, that's weird to use husband as like a verb, like husbanding. Hey, when you guys call me, like, what are you doing? I'm just husbanding right now, like, stupid. I'm just 3%ing.
Oh, but I have a note on that same section as Megaho, the same page. And when I read that page, my only thing was, is this full ADA compliant?
What's ADA
Because
compliant?
ADA is the American Disability Act. But the reason I say that is because he talks about accessible ground, where ground which can be freely traversed by both sides. And I was like, oh, dude, this fool is not only is he like, I want to go and like conquer other nations, but we got to make sure that everybody can do it.
You're stupid. No, I obviously got what he meant by it, but you did too, I'm sure. But ADA compliant, that's a real thing?
Yeah.
I've never heard that like term or
businesses have to do it, casinos have to do it, hotels have to do it, yeah.
So like where you gotta put like a handicap ramp and parking.
Yeah, handicap ramp. If you go into grocery stores, the aisles have to be so wide apart so that a wheelchair can get down.
Hey, they pull up on their chariots and then they have their handicap parking pass. Is this ADA compliant? We're not fighting then. Well, we got like a few minutes left, but even if we don't get to both of my last notes, I want to at least get to my last note, which is on the last page. So if you guys want to get any last notes in before.
Yeah, let's just go over that last note and then we'll do final thoughts.
Yeah. Megaho, you have something?
Nah, I think that's good. That's all right. Like the rest of mine aren't that great.
I got 58, but I don't even think it's that great. But I'll go to page 60, which is the last page. And it's pretty funny. It's kind of insider info amongst the Fated family, but let's see. So I put shout out Rubes for being a great spy. And the very last paragraph of the book is, hence it is only the enlightened ruler and the wise general who will use the highest intelligence of the army for purposes of spying, and thereby they achieve great results. Spies are a most important element in war because on them depends an army's ability to move. And if you guys know what I mean when I say why he's the best spy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one. So.
To Rubes.
Shout out to Rubes. The best spy in our army.
Oh, by the way,
what's up?
Did you guys I actually have a movie for now we have movie talk for the podcast this week.
You finally watched one?
Yeah, you saw Troy. I saw the new Thor.
Oh, I did see that.
I'm about to go watch it right now, actually. That's why I said I have a heart out.
Oh, 3%.
No, I'm the one that wants to watch this shit. She's just coming with me.
All right, you hear that, Mega? Hope we gotta call Maddie and we just be like, yo, 3%.
JD, what the
this guy.
Bro, we almost went the whole show without one. Look, at least he spilled. Oh, hell yeah. Yummy.
All right. Now, final thoughts and what do you guys think of the book? I'll go first. I mean,
Start it off.
I I I thought it was a great read. It was very it was different. So like I mean, it was a little more difficult to kind of like keep up with it. But I mean, power through the book, and I mean, like there was a lot of interesting things, but I mean, all of mine, I just feel like they're like little things, little mind game type tactics that I see in fighting. So I mean, like that's what I related to, and also like a lot of like films, like Saving Private Ryan, fucking Troy,
Yeah.
Gladiator, all that type sort of thing. So a little nerdy now, I guess, during the book.
Well, a lot of like the copy we have, how it has like that introduction. It says a lot of militaries have read this book like throughout history,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
that's why it's referenced. Well, in movies that are based on military,
Yeah.
like you would see
100.
that.
I mean, Napoleon, Hitler, Mussolini, they all studied this.
Yeah, it's a which is dope. I'll say my thoughts on it. It's
Some
cool to
of the
like realize how old it is. Like that really blows my mind away. Like we're reading the words pretty much. Well, it's translated, given, but it's still like it's epic. We're reading some ancient ass text, and
yeah.
it's what like built what we live in now. Like all the war leaders have read this, like you said, studied it. So I don't know. It's cool. It was different, like you said, Megaho. I will say it wasn't not that it's hard like to understand. It just wasn't easy in the sense that it didn't flow for me.
Mhm.
You know, like it didn't pull me in. Like I couldn't like it's just broken up so weird. So,
No,
but other
yeah.
than that, it was epic. I'm glad that it's one off our list. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's a great read to have under your belt. So, JD, what
So,
are your thoughts?
No, I agree. I think it's awesome that we were able to read something so old, something that we know that other leaders have read, possibly current leaders have also read. Um, I think it was interestingly written. That's also just the translations of it as well. But it wasn't something that like I could sit through in one read. Like I had to take breaks because I had to like look certain things up, understand what they meant by the phrasing of it and stuff. But besides that, it was a good book. Um, I would recommend it.
Yeah. Should we start ranking the books we read, dog? Out of 10? Or
this
we
is
should give it
definitely
5.
number 2 right now.
Let's rank them out of 5. But 5 what? So there's 5
Beers.
stars, 5 beers,
5 shots.
5 shots. 5 let's call it shotguns. Nah, I give this book 3.5 shotguns. Nah, I don't know. What do you guys give it out of 5? We'll decide what we call it later, whatever the ranking we use, but out of 5.
Out of 5, I would say 3.5 sounds about right.
Wait. 1 being lowest, 5 being highest.
Let's
Yeah.
just does shots flow off the tongue well? I give this book 5 shots out of 10. I mean 4 shots out of 5. Like, does that flow good?
I think that's pretty decent.
Because
Yeah, I
everyone
think it
does
is.
stars. Like, oh, this
Yeah,
5.
5 shots.
All right, so I give it 3.5 shots.
3.5 shots. All right. JD.
I agree. I agree. I concur. 3.5 shots.
Ditto. Megaho?
3 was
3.
probably what I put it at. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh
a
yeah.
little rough to read, but you know, got it
Yeah.
done. Fuck it.
It just shows how illiterate we are. So, while being under the influence, whilst being under the influence.
Well, why don't you hit them with the last point on the book we'll be starting with?
Oh yeah. So if
For the
anyone's
next one.
thanks, Megaho. Yep. If anyone's watched through to this point, which we hope you have, our next book we're reading is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. We will figure out what the halfway point is, but the 2-week mark from tomorrow, when this will be dropped, we'll be halfway through the second Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets, obviously. So we'll all need to get our copies. I mean, hopefully we try to get the same copy so the pages line up. And after that, we're gonna have a poll, and you guys could decide what should we call that, like a fun book or a free book or the book between our Harry Potter reads.
Oh yeah, the break book.
The break book, that's good. The intermission book.
The intermission.
But yeah, so stay tuned.
We'll probably post it on what, Instagram? Or
The poll, yeah, we'll do the poll in like 2 weeks.
I'll give you a poll.
I'll give you a bulwark.
Hell yeah. All right, gentlemen. Sounds good.
All right.
But yeah, you enjoy yourself.
Thanks,
Cheeseburger,
baby.
go enjoy that movie. Hope you like it. And I mean, we'll have something for the. What are we gonna do? Pod tomorrow or live tomorrow?
Pod or stream, one or the other. We don't know yet.
All right.
But
both.
This was IUI.
All right.
Check us out.
Peace, gentlemen.
Yummy. Art of War, baby. Master